does that even mean, Bowers Game Corner?
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another game review charged by BoardGameExchange.com, the internet's only board game rental website. And today I am excited to be reviewing Rory's Story Cubes, the Voyages edition. This is from Game Right Games. It is for one or more players and ages 8 and up, it says on here. It doesn't have a time, but I would say as long as you want to play this game is how long this game is going to take. This is an incredibly abstract game where you will be telling stories. You might be telling stories by yourself, you might be telling stories with your loved ones, with your children. Also, I want to mention this is ages 8 and up. You could probably teach this to a 4-year-old very, very easily. It's that kind of game. But in this game, you will be telling stories about whatever you want to tell stories about. Let's open it up so you can see what I'm talking about. Alright, so inside of Rory Story Cubes, you're not going to get too much. This is a very, very simple game. You're going to get 9 dice. There's no rule booklet. There's no components aside from the dice. The rule booklet, I say that very loosely, is right here. They have 3 different ways to play the game, and 4 actually, I think. But you're really not going to use these. You might use this the first time, but after that you're going to come up with unique, different ways to use this game yourself. I personally, when I'm playing with my kids, just like to roll the dice. And the way we do it is you got 9 dice. If you roll all 9, it's going to be really intimidating. How are you going to combine a pill and a beaker and an octopus and a ray gun and all this? So what we like to do is we like to roll 3 at a time, start the story up, and then roll 3 more, continue the story, and then end it with 3 more. It makes it a lot easier. But I'll show you basically the meat of the game right here. So you say, once upon a time, and I'll roll 3 dice. So once upon a time, I was driving my car, and I realized, oh my goodness, I'm about to run out of gas. And I did, I ran out of gas. So I got out of the car, and I started to walk through the mountains. And I was walking and walking for days upon days until all of a sudden I heard this magical sound. I heard a song. I heard a song being sung, and I was like, where is that song coming from? So I followed the song, and what happened? What happened? I ran into a magical elephant with a beautiful emerald amulet, and she said, if you can fight the mighty mountain lion of Troy, I will give you my amulet. And I said, I don't want your amulet, I just want to get the heck off this mountain. And she says, oh, I'll give you a ride down the mountain if you like too. And I was like, okay, cool. She's like, alright, but to fight the mighty mountain lion of Troy, you're going to need a magical helmet. So she gave me the magical helmet of Isdul. I took the helmet, and I ventured up the mountain to fight the lion. She provided me with a map to get to the lion, but elephants are terrible at maps. What happened was I ended running into 4 deadly sharks by the water. But luckily, I said, you know what, sharks, I'm just going to stick out of the water. And they're like, come on, man, just come in the water and let us bite. And I was like, no way, dude, I'm staying out of the water. So what happened was I ended up eating some kind of mushroom. I don't know what kind of mushroom it was, but I ended up in the hospital in Fort Wayne where I live, and I was like, that was one crazy adventure. That's what you do. You can make the story funny, you can make the story sweet, you can do whatever you want. You just roll the dice and do it. And this is going to open up all sorts of different things with your kids if you're playing with kids, which I assume you will be. You can do 1 dice for them, 1 dice for you, let them come on their own stories. They will come up with fantastic stories. But that, in a nutshell, is how you play Rory's Story Cubes Voyages. Alright, Rory Story Cubes from Game Right Games. What are my final thoughts on these bad boys? Let's go over the pros, let's go over the cons. First, on the con side, this is the 3rd edition of the Rory Story Cubes, and some of the cubes are a little bit weird. You're going to be like, what is that? And some of them you're going to be like, I don't know. They're not very plain, simple things. Some of them are a little bit more out there, but that's not a huge problem. It's a very, very simple game. If you're looking for a little bit more meat, this is not the game for you. There's no strategy to this game, there's no winning this game, there's no losing this game. It's just sitting there having fun with your loved ones, telling stories. On the pro side, this is a very nicely made game. I gotta go forth and say this box is fantastic. These dice are outstanding. The printing on the dice is great. All the components, A+ from Game Right. One thing I'm starting to notice about that company. Also, we had a lot of fun with this game. Kids will really enjoy this game. And if you get them into it, they will really let their imagination fly and start telling these outlandish, crazy stories, which is exactly what this game is about. If you were looking for this game to play on a game night, I cannot recommend this game. However, if you want to have a fun night at home with your kids, maybe even for a classroom if you're a teacher, this is a great game. You can find it for nice. It's very cheap. It's very sturdy. It's not going to break. Overall, Rory Story Cubes, the Voyages edition, I definitely can recommend this game. If you enjoyed this review, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for your time, YouTube.
That was a review for Rory Story Cubes, Voyages. For more reviews, check back at Bowers Game Corner. Also check out BoardGameExchange.com, the nationwide board game rental service.